Bang bang, last minute rumours gang, and welcome to WhatCulture Wrestling's most bankable source of pre-pay-per-view hits, the Adam Cleary Show. It's not really called that. Yes, that's right, it's Evolution this weekend, though you would be forgiven for having forgotten what with the whole Roman Reigns news and the Vince McMahon news and the Dean Ambrose news and the Saudi Arabia news, the Crown Jewel news, the Hulk Hogan news, the State Department news, and just all these bloody men. But anyway, it is this Sunday, so do maybe try and get hyped. With all this going on, though, you would also be forgiven for having missed all the whispers and rumours and little tattletales going on around the event. We've already got loads of surprise returns, we've got loads of title matches and loads of little power struggles here and there, but there is talk of even more, so let's explore that. My name is Adam Cleary. This is almost certainly the last time you're ever going to see the Wrestling Rumours Advisory Board, because at least one of them is getting sacked after this one, and these are all the last-minute Evolution rumours you need to know. Number 7, Alexa Bliss is out. I'll start here since this is still the big story surrounding this pay-per-view. In case you didn't hear, which as we discussed is fair enough, Alexa Bliss might be out of her tag match with an injury. Rumours surfaced over last weekend that she'd been given a broken nose by Ronda Rousey at a house show. These then escalated upwards into a full-blown concussion, and finally reports that she'd been taken off the active roster as a precaution. Then out of nowhere, Alicia Fox was awkwardly shoehorned into that storyline with Lita and Trish Stratus, and it doesn't take a genius to put 2 and 2 together and get, well, completely injured. According to us, Melty, absolutely everybody, she still has not been cleared and will thus have to miss the match.
No, she's not.
But if she's out, who are they going to replace her with? Alicia? Oh no!
Death to that infidel!
Oh, sorry, I've got my Crown Jewel notes. Sorry, guys, that's next week, isn't it?
Number 6, a big NXT match. 50 women we were getting on this show, just like every touring group of businessmen ever to be entertained at the McMahon household. Stephanie has promised us no less than 50 women. So let's have a quick look at the card as it's being advertised, and carry the 141. And it's not like she'd lie to us. That leaves us with a pretty sizable hole to fill on the night, or else make a liar out of the billion-dollar princess. And wouldn't you just know it, there's quite a sizable talent pool in developmental. Evans, LeRae, Belair, Conti, none of those names would look out of place on this card, but as yet are not advertised for it. Thus, according to Cage Side Seats, we will be seeing them on the night itself, possibly in additional matches, but if you want my opinion, they'll be in the Battle Royal and do some kind of brand takeover thing a la WrestleMania.
More is more!
Why bother? Just lie about the figures like you always do.
Just get John Laurinaitis' Black Book sorted.
Number 5, Nikki Cross. One name I deliberately didn't mention in the NXT conversation there was that of Nikki Cross. There you see, thought I'd forgotten. Didn't you already start when you forgot Nikki Cross? In the comments, upstairs for thinking, boys, and downstairs for dancing and other things. Anyway, there's plenty of talk of call-ups from NXT in the wake of Evolution, and along with Shayna Baszler, which pretty much writes itself, the other name on the lips of everybody who's talking about it with their mouths is Nikki Cross. Thus, according to Daily DDT, we can expect it to make a huge impact on the show itself, possibly winning the Battle Royal or just making her presence felt in other ways. Gun to my head, I would expect her to do some kind of interference spot. It's usually a good way to introduce somebody, or maybe she just wins the Battle Royal in a weird way because she's weird. That's her thing, isn't it? Either way, expect to see her on the main roster sometime after the show.
Do you want to swap seats?
Nah.
She's crazy.
Even if she's just in there for 5 minutes, she'll have done more than sanity.
Number 4, AJ Lee. Oh, I'm sorry. Did somebody order the incredibly juicy wrestling rumor? Really hope Phil's animated something onto my hand there, because obviously I can't see it. So, yeah, anyway, reports are that AJ Lee is going to be on the show. This one is admittedly a little bit on the older side, because I'm not frigging Both and Spy, am I? But according to reports in the Ring Report, they reported that not only had WWE reached out to AJ Lee, but that Vinnie Mac had done it personally. Can only imagine how that one went, can't you? Hey, remember me, Toots? I'm the guy who sent your husband his your fire papers on your wedding day. Want some oil money? Now that the whole unpleasantness of their court case is over, it's heavily rumoured that A, WWE will be going on a bit of a charm offensive in regards to Punk, and B, he could really use that kind of money right about now. He still won't want to do it, so going to Mrs. Best in the World first of all seems like a bit of a smart move. Apparently it's worked.
She's crazy!
I can't wait for the fans to recognise her contributions to women's wrestling by chanting her husband's name really loudly.
Number 3, Asuka turns heel. Tell you who's having a bad 2018? You are! Aren't you? You were going to get in shape this year. Remember, do more walking. You were going to learn to cook that thing you really like. And it's what, nearly November? You've not done any of it yet. Come on. Chop, chop. But also, Asuka's having an absolute shocker. Sorry, completely lost myself there. She's having a really bad one. She was the first time ever historic winner of the first ever historic Women's Royal Rumble. But then she lost to Charlotte. They jobbed her out to Carmella, who is good, by the way. And now she's what? BFFs with Naomi? Need to fix that. Big Banter Dave Meltzer is reporting that what they want to do is commit to a full heel turn and a complete rebrand of the character. It's hard to see what else they could do at this stage. And wouldn't you just know it, it's gonna happen at Evolution this weekend. Asuka is in the Battle Royal on this show, a crime in of itself, in my opinion, and the smart money appears to be on either her or Ember Moon winning the thing. Now, whatever you do there are options for a heel turn.
But she's such good friends with Naomi. They've got the same coloured hair and everything.
A hugely popular Japanese wrestler becoming an anti-American heel? I swear I've heard this before.
Could she turn white? Because Vince might push her then.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, get sacked.
It's satire.
Number 2, Stephanie McMahon in the Battle Royal. Yeah, sorry, but Stephanie McMahon has discussed herself the possibility of being on this show in an actual wrestling capacity, so yeah, sorry. Speaking to Sky Sports here in the good old UK, Stephanie said, "We want to make sure our superstars really get the spotlight they deserve." But if it makes sense, then absolutely. Now, Sky Sports are still under the impression that she'll be on the card and are reporting that she will be on the card. I mean, there's no harm in having her in the Battle Royal, I guess, and there is, in fairness, no woman on this card who can boast as having had as good a match as she has this year. Not one of them's topped that mixed tag with Ronda, have they? So, fair enough, but yeah, sorry.
Well, she is the best female wrestler of all time, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right?
No. I would rather have Santina Marella in there than that
That's not the sound of Stephanie slapping everyone you're going to hear. No, that's Kevin Dunn molesting himself in the production truck.
Number 1, the women's tag titles. Here's one to file away in the drawer marked just a matter of time, right next to them cancelling Crown Jewel. Oh, would you look at that? It appears the script was written yesterday by a far more hopeful, innocent and naive version of myself. Anyway, as anybody with half a brain can see, and yes, don't worry guys, I do have half a brain, just WWE are gearing up for a women's tag team division. Bayley and Sasha never broke up. Naomi and Asuka are BFFs. You've got the Bellas, you've got Tamina Snuka and Nia suddenly being friends, Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. You've got Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose are still... What were they? What was that stable called with Paige? Progress? Evolution? Absolution is still a thing, as well as the Riot Squad. Now, arguably, that is a broader tag division than the men have got. Now, the Dub haven't officially announced the titles or the division or anything like that, but weirdly, Sasha Banks did on WWE's Instagram last week. She said, when the tag team titles are here, me and Bayley are going to go for them. And then you heard people in the background going, "Whoa," what she said, so I think we can take that as read, can't we? Either way, reports are among us that they're going to be unveiled at this show, and we're better.
Yay! Another championship for them to completely forget about.
About bloody time. A bit like this pay-per-view. And yes, before you say it in the comment section, I know, I'm a cook, he's a cook, we're all cooks.
I can't wait for Stephanie McMahon to invent tag team wrestling. 4 people in a wrestling match. That sounds great.
So there you have it. That is every single last-minute rumour that I read on the internet, wrote in an article, then adapted for a script and decided via a camera that you needed to know about it. There's never any need to thank me. Stop thanking me, for the love of God. It degrades us both. Anyway, let us know what you made of all this in the comments below. Is there any other rumours you've heard yourself? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, why not, I'm a legend, and WhatCulture Wrestling on Twitter here as well. Yes, we are doing a live stream. Thank you very much for asking. It'll be on Sunday. I'm not on it though, because I'm on it on Saturday and I would have been in no state whatsoever. Anyway though, in a mark of solidarity with women's wrestling, I will be dressing up as a girl on Saturday night, so stay tuned for photos of that. In the meantime though, thank you very much for watching. I have, of course, been Adam Cleary, and that's the first time I've ever done this outro in one take. Wow. Bye.